the assessment should be done first and then the lesson planning after the assessment. So it's going backwards, okay? So you start with the assessment and then you do each day's lesson based on what the assessment looks like.
What we like to do is we also like to kind of explain what we will be learning ahead of time to our students. So every Mondays we go over, well, almost every day we go over our ICANN statements or our learning targets as we call them, and we like to make sure that the kids they're aware of what they'll be learning that week. We also like to give them goals, like set goals of how do you expect to get to these learning materials. We also use a little strategy that we kind of came up with. It's a clip up and clip down chart. So after each activity, we kind of like to give that the students like the ownership of their own learning. And we like to have them we have three papers that they clip up or they clip down according to how they feel. The first paper, it's gonna be more of, are you ready to expand your learning? Are you ready to do this on your own? Are you able to teach somebody else this activity? The middle chart is going to be a chart where they feel confident, but they still need our help, but they want to do it a little bit on their own independency. And the last chart is they have no idea what they have to do. They are completely lost. So after each activity, we kind of like to have them go and do that because we can also see right there right away who needs help, who's ready to do or who's ready for a challenge, and who's ready to extend their learning. We also like to prepare them before the state tests or before any tests, honestly. We like to give them study guides. So, for example, we gave them study guides for one of our state tests. However, it was just more so that way they're familiar with the vocabulary, they're familiar with the actual their actual test itself. Because then as soon as the kids open the test, they're like, oh my gosh, like what is all this? So we kind of like to give them a study guide ahead of time. So that way they're familiar with it, they're familiar with the vocabulary, and they know what's going to be assessed.
We need to make sure that the kids within these reteach groups or enrich get what they need, okay? It's all very personalized according to if they're missing, how to identify a fraction, then we're definitely reteaching that. We're just not teaching everything again. We're trying to hone in on exactly what they needed or what they missed. And again, if the kid is enrichment, then we're trying to make games that will push them to the next level, okay? Once the kids have had that time period of reteaching, and usually it's a week, it could be longer if needed, then they'll have a chance to retest on that same standard so that they can feel successful, they have a chance to relearn it, and they have a chance to show then, did they relearn the materials or are they still struggling?